Now, one of the things we haven't talked about yet is what happens if I want to add a word. Well, there's two different ways to add a word, and both of these are features I want to show you. In the correction process, you've already seen the correction window, but I didn't say anything that iListen didn't recognize then. Now, I'm going to use a particular example, and since I'm in Chicago, I have to beg forgiveness, but I grew up in Wisconsin. I'm going to talk about Green Bay Packers for just a minute, but you're going to find out why, so don't stone me yet. I think you're going to like this. File close. Press don't save. Press don't save. That is. Press don't save. Oh, you know why? It hurt me, but I got this. I'm not wearing it.
That's actually pretty good.
File new. Being from Wisconsin, comma, I'm a big fan of Brett Favre, period. New paragraph. Okay, and that's probably because I didn't have the headset on to begin with, and I'm winding down here, but I can obviously go in, I can start clicking, see it knows being, so I click on 3, it goes and corrects that. From instead of for, okay, that's not there, so all I got to do is just type it in here. Notice how it got Wisconsin, because it's a bigger word, more syllables. Goes back to what I was telling you earlier about bigger syllables. I'm a big fan of, and notice that Brett's a choice, okay? So put that. Now, fires, all right? I'm going to go in, I'm going to type his last name. F-A-V-R-E. Favre. I don't know why either. No, he's not. He's from Kiln, Mississippi, 40 miles from where I live. All right.
His great-grandpappy.
Right. So anyway, so here we have, when you say a word that it doesn't know, and you correct it, it automatically comes up with an interface that shows you what it says what you see is F-A-V-R-E, and that's correct. I don't want to change that. But what I say is actually F-A-R-V. Okay, Favre. And I'm going to click the Create Phonetic button. And iListen actually goes out and it writes the phonetics. Now, I'm a geek, but I never touch what's in that box. I just trust iListen. But if you're a super geek and you know the linguistics alphabet, you can actually go in and tweak the pronunciation of any word in iListen's lexicon just by going in there and tweaking it. And we do have instructions on our support site for how to do that. Okay, so then I'm going to add the word. And I'll press done. Commit corrections. Being from Wisconsin, comma, I'm a big fan of Brett Favre, period, new paragraph.
Didn't like it.
Okay, now it didn't get it the first time, but now notice that there's more choices than it was the first before. That means that it's learning, and if I go in and I type in his name, notice it didn't ask me for the word. It knew it already. So sometimes you have to go in and tell it a couple of times, and I could sit here and do this all night, maybe 3 or 4 more times, or whatever, but eventually it's going to pick it up. Now, I did this demo for somebody last night at the, what store was I at last night? Oh, the Old Orchard store. And she actually said, wanted me to teach a colonoscopy. So I mixed the two, and she said, Mrs. Smith had a colonoscopy on September 5th. So I went and I said, Brett Favre had a colonoscopy on September 5th. And it did it right away. It learned colonoscopy and it learned Favre on the second try. So that's how you teach it, new words, one at a time.